Hello, so welcome to this week's lesson, and in this lesson we will learn how to label angles and why it is important, and define adjacent angles, corresponding angles, vertical angles, transversal and parallel lines. Then in the second video I will show you how to solve simple equations with the angles, and I will also give you X, Z, and C shortcuts while solving the videos. So let's just first define angle. Angle is two rays when they connect with somehow, and then this in the middle, this can be an angle. This is also an angle, and this is also an angle, and this is also an angle. So all of these are happening from the same rays. So for instance, this one is CD ray, and then this one is AB ray, and this middle spot is G. So then I'm looking at it. That means if the order is not important, then I can say CGB is the same measure with CGA or something like that. But I know that the order is important because all these angles are different angles, but these ones that are opposite to each other are same. Just like this one and this one same. So I will use these kind of things. So you will see when I'm using angles, I can say one. This means these two are equal, okay? Or if in a triangle, like in the next class, if I say this one with the double thing and then this one are equal, whatever the shape, you don't care, these angles are equal, okay? Congruent. And then what kind of other shapes I can use? I can use single line, double line, like this. I can even use triple line. Who cares? I can use this. So you basically will understand it. If I mark this angle with one type, if you are seeing the second one the same way, then yes, they are congruent. Well, miss, what is congruent? We will use congruent so much in this geometry. Congruent means same size, same shape. They are important. If they are not, we don't use equal, because equal, yes, the measure of the angles are equal, but this is for numbers usually, not shapes. Okay, so equal represent more for numbers, and congruent is for our geometry. So keep that in mind. And then I said, like, okay, I was talking about the how to write these thing. So I will have a mark. This is an angle mark, okay? In some other places, sources, countries, the angle sign could be like this too, and it is all same. I am just showing you. Just you will be accustomed to it. And then measure of. So I will say measure of angle. Oops, sorry. This is measure of angle BGC. B, G, and C. B, G, and C are congruent, equal to measure of CGB. You can come from this way or this way. So that order is not important, but G has to be in the middle. I can't just say CBG, because then it tells me that there's a line in between if I say C to B. It's not like that. The order is important that in this sense. You have to put the middle point of the two rays coming together, which is G in this case, in the middle, always. In this one, let's say DGA, okay? So this is an angle DGA equals to angle AGD. The measure of angle DGA is equal to measure of angle CGB. Now, enough with the labeling. Labeling is really important, and we talked about it. Now we will, you already have a little small glossary terms dictionary for this, but I want to still give you definitions, so you will have something like that. For instance, adjacent. Adjacent angles means they're neighboring, okay? However, neighboring angles, these are not have any rules. So the addition, these are adjacent. A and B are adjacent. However, we don't have any rules for them. So I cannot say A plus B equals to 180 or A plus B is equal to. So when you see adjacent, you can't assume these angles have some certain number unless I really define the relationship. For instance, if I say A and B are adjacent congruent angles, then that means I know that A and B will be equal. However, if they are not saying anything about other than being adjacent, we cannot assume any other relationship. So, miss, that means if a problem asks you and tells you like there's, let's say like this. For instance, in this question, CDK and KDF are adjacent angles. What is the measure of CDK? Well, I can't know because there's no other relationship is given to me. Are they supplementary? Are they complementary? What do they do get? Yes, this looks like a 90 degree, but I'm not sure. If they don't tell me or if they exactly mark this as a square like this, then I can't know that it is a 90 degree angle or not, okay? So I cannot assume anything. So this question will be irrelevant. We cannot solve this. Or you can say insufficient information. Insufficient info. Now, let's look at the supplementary angles. What do I mean when I am talking about supplementary angles? Supplementary angles are two angles, or three angles can be also, that are completing each other to 180 degrees. Okay, so angle this and this. Let's say this one will be A and this one will be B. So A plus B has to be 180, and these are called supplementary angles. And let's talk about complementary ones. Complementary ones. Or I can say angles are like this. It's similar. I think it's just a shortcut. Writing, if you see me writing it, it's because I sometimes slip that. Complementary angles, just like in the other one. This one, A, and this one is B. So A plus B equals 90 degree, okay? These are complementary angles. So now you can ask like this kind of question. If A is 30 degrees, what is B? I can find that because I know A plus B is 90. Well, A is 30, they said, plus B is 90. Then B has to be 60, okay? So I found that like that. So that is why it is important. Then corresponding angles. Angles. Corresponding angles means they are looking at the same direction. Same direction. Looking same direction. What does that mean, miss? So if I have two parallel lines, this line is called transversal. Okay. And so these, look, this D and A are looking at the same direction. This way. This way. Okay. So A and measure of A, angle A, and measure of angle D are congruent, same, equal. And then, I'm sorry, equal, I have to say. And then let's say this is B, and then this is C. So see, these are also looking at the same direction. Measure of angle C is congruent measure of angle B. I'm equal. I keep saying congruent for no reason. This is equal. Okay, so because we are talking about numbers. So these are equal to. And then this one, look at this one. So now, this one is also congruent to this one. Okay, they will be same. And then this one is also same with that one. Okay, because they are looking at the same direction. So corresponding angles is that. So then vertical angles are opposite angles. What does that mean? The ones that are like literally opposite of each other from a line. So in this case, this angle C DF and G. Okay, let's say. So GDK is equal to CDF, okay? And then CDG is equal to FDK. Yes, miss, can I say instead of CDF, can I say FDC? Yes, I will accept that. If you say angle FDC is equal to angle KDG, yes, they're all equal. You can write it from one side to the other side. However, the D has to be in the middle because D is in the middle point and what makes the angle, okay? I think we covered everything. Parallel lines, these lines are parallel and I can show these like with these kind of things. And if a line cuts through both parallel lines, it's called transversal line. And we will have lots of applications. In the other video, you will see while I am solving other equations, you will see lots of exercise options, opportunities for you on a transversal